Just read, can't argue. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. We're arguing, Trace. We're just around. Let a few more get on. What's up, Kelly? Hello, Trace. All on. How we doing, folks? Let me get. There's Miss Ebony. How you doing, Ebony? I'm hot, and I'm cold. I'm just in that mood. Nobody wants to argue music. Nobody wants to argue anything tonight. A little debate action. Beatles were overrated. Where's Mr. Bell and Crystal? They can post, but they don't want to come on it. No, no, believe me, Logan wanted to rip me in half the minute I posted that. Why did you post that? Oh, I knew that would get her goat. That fired her up instantly. Instantly, I tell you. The Bill. I took a few of them off with that one. I get it. Pop culture and what they want to listen to, but I'm not paying that amount of money for anyone. Not doing it. Not worth it. What's the point? That amount of money. Waiting for that long. These guys have no idea. They're like, we had to wait. Go stand out. Go stand outside of Ticketmaster or Karma or whatever. Go to the stadium, wait in line, and hope you get a seat. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know what it's like. They wouldn't have survived. They wouldn't have survived carrying their books every day to school. Homework, bring them 5 books home. All the way walk home, all the way back. Then you got to walk them back to school with your homework. that you had to go to you'd hope let's see, we didn't have a Walmart. Where did we go? You'd hope A&P, or if you needed something schoolwork wise was open, you could go pick up whether protractor or a certain pen or a pencil or something back in the day. It was a struggle. But we had the greatest music. I don't doubt it. She's popular. I give him that. I'm getting messages. I told everybody I was live. Now they're like, what are you talking about? Oh, just on here messing around. I had an event tonight at Gather Around Barbecue, a back to school bash, and I'm sitting there underneath the tent with Logan doing tinsel, and I felt like I was getting warm. The sun was behind us. I felt like I was getting warm. I couldn't figure it out. I looked down. I'm like, where is that sunlight coming from? And it was focused like a beam right on my chest, right on my stomach. And I look, and there's a window. Hang on. There's a window 3 stories up or 2 stories up, whatever it is, above us. The sun was hitting that, and like a magnifying glass, it was sitting there burning my shirt and my stomach. I'm not kidding you. It was 80, 90 degrees warmer than what it should have been. I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, that catch your shirt on fire. You sit here long enough. That's what got me going. Then Courtney's not on here to defend herself. I told her to. Courtney says Corey got an oatmeal omelet, oatmeal something shake. I was like, why didn't someone tell me about these oatmeal shakes that she's got? I keep waiting for her to come on. Yes. Hometown Nutrition, Courtney K. Why was I not alerted about this oatmeal delicious shake thingy? Oatmeal cream pie shake. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? There's time to fast and there's time to eat. And when you have oatmeal cream pie, all those lines get blurred at that point in time. And it's a shake, it's protein, it's magic. We're I knew you'd come on. Egregious, huh? You in that rebel country. And he throws a Waylon Jennings. I was like, okay, I have nothing to answer there. I'd have to get it to go. My window is 8 p.m. to noon, so I would take the shake and then drink it at noon. And I've stuck to it. I had a smash burger tonight wrap while I was there. We can talk trashy music, Dalton. But you got Corey and you both knew about the cream pie, and no one says a word. I'm like, he normally tells me everything. Oh, you guys always, we got something new. We got this. No one, not a word. We're open till 1. I would have gladly stopped in there tonight. I came home early because we had to go to town. Not a word. I catch fire at the Gather Round Barbecue. I don't get a cream pie. No one wants to argue music. Dalton's the only one, and he hits me with Waylon Jennings, and I got nothing on that. I'm like, okay. Maybe the country music was better. And yet Hank Jr. Maybe the country music was better moving forward. Nicole Short. Crickets. Exactly. Hey, if there is no back door. Hello, Joni. If I had a key, I'd already went down there and got one. Put it in the freezer and drank it tomorrow about noon at work. I got to work tomorrow. One other thing, I had a couple people tell me or ask me, "Hey, didn't you know about this going on tonight, or this happening, or this?" I was like, "No." Businesses, if you're on here tonight, tomorrow, whenever you see this, if you want us to say something about your event or what you got going on, or if you want us to cover it, the best way to do it is send me a message. Send Beth a message, send Corey a message. We don't look at every page. And 99.9% of the stuff that we cover is because somebody's reached out to us. Said, hey, we're going to be doing this. Do you want to cover it? Yeah, we'll be there. If we can, we can. If we can't, we can't. There's there were 2 things going on tonight. I found out about both of them. One yesterday and one tonight. The only reason I found out about the thing going on at Gather Round is because my kid told me, because she got invited to do hair tinsel. The J2 thing going on at the venue, didn't know anything about it. And tomorrow, there's the green egg thing going on at Ace Hardware. Someone sent me that tonight and said, hey, are you going to be there? I didn't know anything about it. Teresa Mesmer and Susan Lowe will be in studio Tuesday, and they have a treasure hunt going on, and it's going to be very interesting. It's for $500. Tune in Tuesday night. That's all I'm going to say. She put some brochures and flyers out around town, but it's going to be pretty cool. Stop by the booth tonight. Businesses, if you want us to, everybody, you guys are the source of media, yes, but we only tell people what we know, and if you don't give us that information, we can't share it. If we can't share it, then don't expect people to show up because they don't know. They're not getting it from the reporter. They're not getting it from the radio station. Send it to me. Text me, email me, messenger me. Same thing with Beth. Same thing with Corey. If you tell one of us, we'll spread the word. And at least you'll get a mention, a post, a carrier pigeon, something to let people know, hey, this is going on. And I hate it when stuff comes up and they're like, hey, why don't you go down there and film? Sometimes we can't. Sometimes we got stuff going on. Sometimes I got stuff going on. But when we can or could and we don't know, and then people are like, hey, why didn't you go? I didn't know. If we're the source for media and no one tells us, I don't know what to say. Love to have done a couple different things tonight and tomorrow, but just communicate, folks. That's all we got to do, and we'll spread the word. We'll spread the word on the page as quick as we can. Anyway, I wanted to argue music. Don't get me wrong. I like Taylor Swift songs. There's plenty of songs I like of hers, but it's getting really old right now. It's getting really burnt out. And she's gonna keep playing venues as long as she keeps selling them out by the tenfolds. And I get it. What's up, Mr. Newman? Hey, I didn't post on Facebook. I didn't, Robert. But Joe. Happy birthday to Joe. I sent him a text earlier, actually yesterday. He started 384 months old. I know I'm evil, but that was funny. I can't believe it. Anyway, happy birthday, Joe. Jack just had an anniversary. How you doing, Jack? Oh my gosh, here we go. Swift was the best performance I've ever seen. You've not been to Brown County when Hank Williams Jr. walks out and blows a chandelier off the ceiling with a shotgun. Things like that were the best. Monsters of Rock over Munich. I was pretty inebriated though. I couldn't even tell you about that. Oh. Yeah, Logan went to see her in Soldier Field. Hello, Cheryl. Logan saw her in Soldier Field. Probably there the same time you went. And she's trying to get tickets now, but she got waitlisted or whatever. That Kristen got tickets, which is good for Kristen. I don't think she's been yet. There's Shelly. Yeah, Kristen got tickets. Logan got waitlisted. And you know what? I could care less. Unless Toby Keith's coming to the Morgan County Fairgrounds, I'm okay. There's a tribute band at Cedar Creek on the 26th, a Toby Keith band. Toby Keith tribute band. I'll probably go to that. Unless Def Leppard shows up, or 38 Special, or Loverboy, or Van Halen. I'm good. Not paying $400 or $500 or. Well, sure. I mean, look at what you described: the crowd, the technology, and the length of concert. Hang on. Cheryl sent me something. Easy top. Who is that, Cheryl? I don't want to click on it. Tyler Miller. Okay. So the overall experience, Levi, you enjoyed the most. I mean, she makes good videos. She makes good songs, and she's hot. She's hip. And the younger generation love her, and some of the older. But I don't know. Music is not very good right now. It has been good for a while. My opinion. I've been wrong before, a few times. That's why 80s are still relevant and everybody likes to listen to them. One thing, two events downtown tonight. One was at the venue, and one was at Gather Round. I'm not even a big fan of just tag along, but it was more enjoyable than I expected. Okay. You enjoyed the experience. There you go. Did you have to pay for a ticket? Be honest. Or was a ticket give it to you? Would you pay for a ticket for that? Would you pay $400 or $500? Or would you rather pay for that to go see a UFC fight? Free. Makes the concert a whole lot better when they're free. But if you had to pay for them, I would not. Bingo. I'd go see a UFC fight for that. Especially if I had. Hey, I like Dana White. I agree with that. That is one of the I went to Notre Dame. I would go to a Notre Dame game. I went about 5 years in a row. Had a ticket contact. Tickets are cheap, decent seats. About 5 years in a row, and the 1 year I didn't go, I watched the game, watched the whole season on TV. As fun as it was, times and experience. If you're a college football fan, I put it on your list and go. Go to the Notre Dame game. Get there at like 7 or 8 in the morning. Enjoy the whole atmosphere. Go to the Basilica, touchdown Jesus, tailgates, all of that. Watch the band come in, watch the team come in. Go to the game, enjoy it. But like you, I'd rather sit on my butt at home when I got to not miss anything, and you don't have to deal with the weather or the freaking drive. But it was a must. It was a must go. It was a must go. You got to go. Got to go to Notre Dame. Come and see. I've not heard of Serena Farrell. Joni, I have to look her up. I thought Lane Garner was going to be good, but kind of she was One Direction for a little bit, opening for them. Hasn't done a lot. One that did the Fleetwood Mac song and sang it. Everybody fell in love with her about 10 minutes. Now she's kind of faded. She still does things. Popular. But I agree. I'd rather be at home. I have to punch her up on the. That's what I was saying earlier. These kids now, oh, we gotta wait on phone for tickets and see if we get them. Go stand outside a Karma Record in Greenwood, or go stand outside the stadium and see if you're gonna get a seat. See if you're gonna stand there for 16, 18 hours and see if you're gonna get in the door. That's the fun stuff. Karma, what was the other record store back then that you could Ticketmaster through any of them, but then you got to go get them at the gate. Oh, we had to wait online. I had to wait on my phone for 4 hours for a Swift ticket. Stand outside Market Square Arena for like 14 hours, and then sold out. Technology has helped. That's correct. Quite a bit. Hello, Izzy. I was trying to entice arguments on Beatles. I think the Beatles are overrated. I've said that all along. They do have some good songs. Don't get me wrong. Say they're over, just because I say they're overrated doesn't mean they're not. They're not horrible. But they're put at such a pedestal. That is, they kicked the door in, brought England over. I get that. Can we talk about Bigfoot already? We can talk about the aliens down in Peru. Have you seen that? Supposedly, these aliens were attacking um, locals, ripping their faces off. I mean, it's documented. Let me step back. There's reports of this down there, and lots of people confirming this from that area. But I mean, I don't know how trustworthy the middle of nowhere Peru. Anybody got a report on the scrimmage game Martinsville had tonight? We did not go to that. Back next Friday night. Okay. Got a lot of shows coming up next week. I don't have one tomorrow night. Sunday I got one. Got one. Got one. I think off Wednesday. Got a show Thursday. And Mr. Mayfield. Mr. Mayfield says the 70s greatest decade of music. I say the 70s brought us the 80s, and the musicians are like, dude, we can't have another decade like that. Bring it. Got to bring it. We got to step our game up, and they did. Aerosmith got better. 80s. Seems like you're crazy. I tried to have an argument song tonight, but nobody wanted to. Nobody wanted to bring it. Dalton did. And he talks about Waylon Jennings. What am I going to say to Waylon Jennings? Country music probably was better 80s and 90s. Maybe even late 70s, 80s, and 90s. If you really want to be a history buff in music, look at some of the songs that Willie Nelson wrote. I'm not talking 70s, 50s, and 60s. Look at some of the music that guy wrote and was involved with, not just country. Be surprised. How you doing, Beth? Anyway, what is it? 10:18? Why does it feel so late? Dalton had me. Dalton had me at Waylon. He wins. How do you argue that? Willie is an amazing man. I don't know how he's still alive. I think he's smoked one continent worth of devil's lettuce. Lord knows what else. Still going strong. But so is Keith Richards. And that they need to do the test on him. No, I have not. Vicky, how you doing, Vicky? I have not heard any of his Willie's. Because it is late. It's only 10:18. Not that long. I go to bed 11 or 12 o'clock now, and I sleep straight through. Yes, he wrote songs for tons of them, Beth. Rock and roll, country, pop. He did it all. The history of that guy is utterly amazing. Go back mount, look that up. I I'm gonna sidestep that and just walk around. Oh, Willie sings a song about it. Okay, that wouldn't surprise me. Oh, another thing tonight, out there in the yard, at gather around. I don't know what. I was sitting there talking to Derek Gady, and we were getting eaten alive. Something was just chowing on us. Ready for football season? Yes, I am. High school football and college football. I could care less about the NFL, but looking forward to Martinsville. I think I'm going to surprise some teams. They're young, they're quick, and they're athletic. And with quickness, you can make mistakes and overcome it with speed. But we'll see. Maybe they'll have the right blend. And I mean, there's teams ahead of. Don't get me wrong. Love to see them win state. Love what coach is doing and the kids involved in it. But there's teams ahead of them that are extremely talented, like typical. East Central is loaded once again. So see what happens. Hey, I like the vibe that he's giving and the organization and everything top to bottom. Keeps it up. Gonna win a lot more than he lose. This day and age, fielding a team is tough. Keeping a team is even tougher. Winning games isn't easy. Some of those perennial powers that we've known all along, that it's like Blooming South losing kids, doesn't have near the numbers they used. So I get it. Looking for some good football out of Martinsville. Cannot wait for college football, and that'll be fun. Notre Dame starts August 26th, believe it or not, against Navy at home. No, is that over in Ireland this year? Maybe it is. Yeah, first game of the year is August 20th. Two games. South graduated a lot, but the enrollment in their school is way down also, and it's been declining over the last 3 or 4 years. And when you're 5,000 strong, and all of a sudden you're 4,700 strong and 4,500 strong, numbers start to go away. You're what you're drawing from is decreasing. Martinsville shouldn't have to compete with them anyway, but they're in our conference, but not in our sectional. And that was the thing all along. We were playing schools when I was in that could pick from another 4,000 or 5,000 kids. We had no business playing them. Should have played kids more in the numbers we had at our school. They've corrected that somewhat. When you get in the playoffs, you play similar size schools, and that's the way. Like a school that has 1,000 kids is going to have a tough time drawing enough players out of that 1,000 to face a school that has 7, 8, 9,000 kids. Odds are, numbers, you're going to have better talent and more kids coming out and playing, and that's just facts. But so yeah, I'm ready for next Friday night. That'll be fun. Coach will be in here next Thursday. So hey, I know you guys are on, but like this and share this. There's new target numbers we're trying to hit. You hear me push that a lot, and we're gonna try to do it. Whatever goal we just passed with Facebook, they put us in a different category, and we're moving, we're gaining slowly but surely. Whatever the next hug with Zuckerberg or what. Anyway, storms. Might have some storms late in the morning. I talked to Zach a little bit ago. I said, anything dangerous? Anything's possible, but he said he doesn't seem as concerned as he was earlier. That could change, of course, weather around here. But I'm totally fall. I'm over the storm. Got enough rain. Larry Ralph said we had enough rain. Busy. Anyway, anybody got anything else? You know, there's not that many. 10:30 on Friday. If you're a business in the community, you want us to cover your event, talk about your event, talk about something you're doing, get a hold of me. I'll give you my email. I'll give you my phone number. Message just that stuff. It doesn't get to myself or Corey or Beth. I don't always search. I certainly don't search Facebook stuff that other people are. But if you want us to be involved and get things out there, message us. I don't have time to sit and look at every business that's on that page. And notice even more and more coming up. And sometimes I miss posts. That's the way it is. And they've got lives and I've got lives and things going on. Want us involved? Message it. Not involved. Shouldn't come back and go, hey, why weren't you here tonight and go live? Hey, this is the first time I knew about it. Gladly help. Rarely turn down. Like tonight at a football game, found out about gather. I wasn't going to the football game anyway. I had some stuff to take care of here, but found out about gather around because Logan was going. So I ended up going there and going live for a little bit. Found out about Jake while we were at gather around. Tomorrow at Ace Hardware, there's some stuff going on for Stability First. What about that tonight? There you go. This is looking for referrals for home buyers and sellers. Also who are needing to sell due closure. So many options. It always has been. I'm sure it's even better now. Go to Teresa. Foreclosures could be happening more often than not again. Going. Don't let it foreclose. You got short sales and any other possibility. I've been out of the game for changed. Get a hold of us. Get your business in the community. Want porch time to advertise. And I get that if you post and I post, more people are going to see the post. I get it. But if I don't know about it, I can't help you. Except when we don't, because they're looking for that to continue to rise, Teresa. Bubble pop, perhaps. I don't know if it'll get that bad. They didn't learn a lesson the first time around. They're going to do it again. Let's do it again. Isn't that insanity? Over and over and over and over again. Burger Boys are on break for a while, especially the fasting Burger Boys right now. I can still do Burger Boys. We hit 5 or 6 places and give it a break. There's some new places coming in. Oh, we had fun with that. I didn't honestly. Cedar Creek and gather around and come and get it and brain chills, but every place, all the food was that's very fair assessment. Lots of people. So yeah, Vicky, I don't think we Had a bad burger. Had a bad meal. At Nashville October for Oktoberfest, September 16th. Is that a Saturday? Is that a Saturday? Nashville. That is a little bit of a drive. Yep. What's that at Martinsville? That Martinsville. Rob Caldell, Rob Stewart tribute, and Cherry Bomb, Joan Jett tribute. I'm going to the Made in America on October, and that's 6th. Crazy how fast. October 14th, the Prince. Martinsville, look, Oktoberfest is September 23rd, but we don't have a band out there that weekend. No music out there, at least at the concert series. You have September 16th and October 7th. Cherry Bomb led. Yeah. Summer concert series downtown are all finished. Rob put so much work into these. All your sponsors, hundreds of. There's a German band playing on the 23rd out at Cedar Creek, but it's not part of the Creek concert series. Gotcha. 8:20, 2 p.m. New venue. We've not hit 8:20 yet. Oh. Future Harvest Praise Team, Spirit of Life Praise Team, Love of Life Ministry Center, River Valley Worship. That's down. That's coming up. All right. I missed me some good German food. That was one of the things I did enjoy while I was over there. Station over there. Loved day. Probably got beers in the fridge. Have been there. Birthday. All right, guys. Wanted to pop on here and say hey. Razz you a little bit about music. Give Courtney some heck. You guys are the best. Love it when you guys engage. All right, Vicky. Appreciate all you guys supporting us over the years. Talking to me about that tonight and why we have vaulted our age. And you guys so much. Hope to gain your continued support. Love you guys. Tomorrow, I'll probably be back. Wonderful evening. Good eye on the storms. You never know. I don't think anything's going in, but early morning.